In this video, we will continue to work on the data reduction process, still with the Demetra version 5.1 for the LP600, and now we'll work with the step. The next step is the extraction step. This one is a very simple and easy one to do because it is the step where the Demetra will transform the 2D image in a 1D profile, okay? And in fact, it is important in this image. If I look at my image here, the image of the vector of the Vega spectra, you can see that you have yellow bands and a blue band in the middle, okay? And this is where Demetra will make the calculation. In few words, the blue area is where Demetra expect to have to find the star spectrum. Okay, I can extend it here to better see what I see here. Okay, and of course the yellow bands here is where Demetra expect to find some sky background. Okay, so if I'm doing a star observation, I can correct, well, Demetra will correct the spectrum from the sky light pollution in some way, and in fact it needs to know where it has to calculate where is the sky background. Okay, so if you go to the edit area tool, you'll find this menu. You can also find it well each time that you see the image in the bottom, and I can see the image like that, and here I can click on this area, for instance, select the mouse area and say, okay, my spectrum is it at that location. Okay, so in this case it is not true, of course. The spectrum is here and I have to put it exactly in this position. Okay, and I can really zoom on this area, and I can even change the value manually. Okay, and then it will change the exact position of the center. I can extend it a little bit to make sure that it is well centered on the spectrum. Okay, and also I can change the height of the blue area by hand. For instance, I could 25. Okay, what is important here is that you really have a good value. You can really see, you can catch all the pixels in which you have some signals, not more. So it is better to have a smaller area, but you can, I mean, if you extend it like this, for instance, if I put it very wide, in fact it will take some pixels in which there is no signal. Okay, so it's a pity because it will make the calculation a little bit false and with no interest. Okay, so it's better to have something well around the spectrum itself. Okay, and this is the same. If I extend my image, I can also look at I can change the value for this yellow band, where again the sky background will be calculated. But be very careful, because if you don't, I can see here, for instance, remember that I can select the threshold here, and here I can see that in this area you have this is the slit area. Out of this part there is no slit, in fact, and this is really a dark image, so there is no light pollution here, there is no sky spectrum here. So it's very important that the yellow band is in this area. Okay, and also you have to make sure that there is no bad pixel or something like that on another spectrum. For instance, it can happen. In this case you may have to change the yellow band. Okay, Well, by the way, you can remove the displaying of these bands if you want to really see the image, and well, that's it. In fact, you just have to to select properly these bands. And by the way, I do that at this step, but normally this should be done immediately during the observing, during the acquisition, because this is where you can really see exactly where are the images. Where is the spectrum and so on. Okay. The last point, which is very important in this part, is it works if for any image in the series, if I look at all the images, okay, all the images must be exactly at the same position. Okay, and this is important to show that if I double click here to see the different images of the series, it is important that all the spectra are exactly at the same position. To do that, this is quite simple. You just have to put the star always exactly at the same position in the slit. Okay, if from one image to the other the star moves along the slit, then it will move, the spectrum will move vertically, and in this case you will have to select this blue area in such a way that you catch all the images of your spectrum. Okay, so it's important. These images of Vega have been taken with the auto guiding up and running, and this is very important that this auto guiding makes sure that the star is always at the same position. Okay, so now when it's done, it's very easy. You have selected your areas, and again you just have to click on run series. You can do it image by image, but it's faster to run series. And just do it this way, and the extraction is done. And by the way, now of course you have, at the beginning you have the Vega image, and after the operation you have your first spectrum. Okay, and you can fit this image, and this is the result of the operation. Okay, so before you have the spectrum, and after you have the extracted spectrum by Demetron. Okay, and this is the same, of course. You have a calibration image here, and you have the extraction of the calibration image. Okay, so that's it for this step, and we'll continue in the next video.